Each year, the Institute for Economics and Peace releases a Global Peace Index report that measures how dangerous or safe a nation is based on 23 different indicators including political terror, deaths from internal conflict, murder rate, etc. It evaluates 163 countries that account for over 99% of the world's population in three different areas, that is safety and security, ongoing conflict and militarization. Check out the 10 most dangerous countries in the world below. Although India, China and Pakistan don't make the top 10, you'd be surprised to find out where the three countries rank. Russia's high militarization contributes to its position on the list, along with having one of the highest per capita rates of weapons exports. Number 9. Democratic Republic of the Congo. The DRC witnesses numerous protests around the country that often turn violent. The crime rate is quite high, with criminal acts such as armed home invasion, robberies, and assault making up for the highest cases. Moreover, the police lack resources to effectively respond to crime. Number 8. Libya. The North African country has experienced high levels of crime, civil unrest, kidnapping, armed conflict and terrorism. Violence in Libya is mostly caused by militia that continue to clash with one another. Number 7. Central African Republic. There is chaos in the African nation despite a peace agreement signed in 2017. Clashes continue between the Seleka rebels and the anti-Balaka militia. The conflict has displaced 620,000 people internally and created 570,000 refugees living in neighboring countries. Number 6. Somalia. The absence of police forces, prevailing droughts and food shortages have compounded the already unstable environment in the country. It has high kidnapping risks and terror attacks are common on airports, government buildings, hotels and restaurants. Foreigners, government officials, and UN workers are mostly targeted by militants. Number 5. Iraq. There are internal and external conflicts in the country, including terrorist attacks and by ISIS, who continue to capture and kill civilians and members of the armed forces. Number 4. Yemen. The civil war in Yemen that began in 2015 continues as the country faces the world's worst humanitarian crisis. According to the UN, the conflict has resulted in 4.3 million people being left homeless and 14 million people at the risk of starvation and outbreaks of deadly diseases. Number 3. South Sudan. Civil unrest, ongoing political conflicts and widespread crimes, that including robberies, assaults, carjacking, and kidnappings, have contributed to the country being ranked at the 3rd spot. Armed conflict exists mostly between the government and opposition groups, with little to no rule of law and order outside the country's capital of Juba. Number 2. Syria. The Middle Eastern country, which until last year took the top spot, has been plagued by a civil war since March 2011. Its conflict has been termed as the second deadliest war of the 21st century, where an estimated 470,000 people, including 55,000 children, have been killed. Number 1. Afghanistan. According to the 2019 Global Peace Index, Afghanistan is the most dangerous country in the world as it experiences deadly attacks from the Taliban. Afghanistan has the highest number of deaths from war and terrorism than any other country, and according to the UN peacekeeping mission in Afghanistan, the country experienced 3,804 civilian deaths in conflict, 927 of who are children in 2019. Thank you for watching my video. You may consider subscribing for more great videos.